The Pioneer CLD A100 Laseractive was released in Japan in August 1993 and was Pioneer's answer to the CDI player. The special feature of the unit was its ability to use special packs to allow extra features to be added to the unit. This is the NEC pack, PAC-N1. This pack was used for LD-ROMs, CD-ROMs and Super CD discs, and also allowed a HuCard slot and a game port. The karaoke pack was used for karaoke titles and had all different microphone inputs on the front. This is the Sega pack, PAC-S1, for Mega LD or Sega CD games, and includes a Sega Genesis cart slot. These two sockets are for controlling other Pioneer products in your system. These are two composite outputs. These are used for your 3D goggles setup or for an RF modulator. These are your left and right audio outputs, 2 channels. This is your optical output jack for output to your hi-fi system. The Laserdisc based player was believed to be the next generation over CD, as the greatly increased capacity of Laserdisc. However, the storage size of a Laserdisc is only 540 megabytes of data, so around 80 minutes of playback compared to CDI's 72 minutes. But with the reduced bandwidth of CDI resulting in the lesser image quality compared to the Laserdisc. Unfortunately, this meant that movies had to be disc swapped halfway through. This is the NEC PDE-LD1, which was a clone system of the Pioneer, although technically exactly the same. This is the Laserdisc in action with the NEC pack. You push the LD button, obviously that opens the tray for the Laserdisc, and it ejects. That's the front end that you'd normally see. Press the CD button, it opens a smaller CD tray for your Mega CD games or your audio CDs. That's your on-off button, that's your pack release. Okay, game time. This is Pyramid Patrol, a Mega LD 3D shoot 'em up set on Mars. You basically sit in a cockpit of a space fighter with enemies approaching you. There's 7 rounds of spacecraft attacking you, and obviously you have to avoid taking damage, else that becomes the end of the game. This was touted as being comparable to arcade graphics, but it's pretty much just an online shooter. You take control of a pretty basic looking ship. The interactivity of the Mega Drive side is not a lot, it doesn't bring a lot to the table, to be fair, but it is nicely rendered images compared to some of the other Laserdisc games. We start off obviously going through, making our way towards the pyramid, and we start to see, here we go, we start to see some pretty basic looking ships attacking us. The idea is to shoot the balls of flame, or whatever they are, the white blobs that tend to come towards you. They're the things that give you the damage, not the actual spacecraft. So the idea is to take out those, prevent you taking damage or reducing your shield, because basically once your shield's run out, then basically it's game over. So watch a bit more of this and then we'll talk about it. This was pretty much what the system was pretty much capable of, because of the nature of the medium, being an analogue system, it being basically an enhanced Laserdisc player. There was not a lot more that this system could really do. Most of the games are similar in nature, obviously just with a different theme. This game obviously plays okay, but becomes very samey and quite repetitive after a bit. And with all the games, they were fairly brutal, they weren't very forgiving. So the longevity of these games, you soon got bored of them. They soon became repetitive and the replay was pretty non-existent. Unfortunately, with the nature of this, it's an NTSC system. There was meant to be a power release. unfortunately that never happened because the system proved a commercial failure, so nothing was ever brought into Europe or any further. I think really the additional cost of converting these NTSC games to PAL and the fact that the Mega Drive and the NEC systems were getting towards the end of their life proved that too expensive for Pioneer to warrant the cost of reconverting this machine and the games to the PAL format.
Way to go! Pyramid at 12 o'clock. Assume attack formation. We're going in.
The price of the unit was also a negative factor. Where the unit was 89,000 yen, that translates to roughly around about £1,000. In then money, with about £250 for the modules and about £40 for the discs. In the day, that was obviously quite a lot of money. So again, made the system very unpopular. Okay, so we've cleared this stage, and basically just again follows on, slightly different rendered graphics. As you progress through the stages, you have different challenges. Like I say, you have to break that wall then. The enemies do become slightly different, but they are just repetitive. Graphics obviously in the background are quite impressive for the time.
This is Delta Platoon Leader. We're
to look at it
as
on a demo, it looked breathtaking, but obviously in plan it became quickly repetitive and not really forthcoming in the gameplay department.
One day, the situation depicted above dramatically changed.
Okay, Hyperion,
carried out over the years became
another on-rails space shooter again. Some really nice graphics on this one, nice bit of full motion video intro.
Energy bomb plummeted to Earth,
not unpleasant to watch.
all life on it.
Nice bit of a story intro.
The only human survivors in the solar system were people living on space stations, and the future of human civilization was left in their hands. The annihilation of life on Earth was a severe blow to these people, but despite the depression that set in, they continued to raise children. The flame of human life continued to flicker. However, the light of their destiny eventually appeared before them, a menacing threat to their fragile existence. The tempest began to rage.
I'll inform you of our initial battle plan. The abandoned colony Christiva is moving towards Araxis, a power plant city which is one of the few places where humans have managed to survive. Your mission is to alter the course of the colony. Airlock cover open.
Okay, let's get going. Now that is pretty nice. Pretty nice doing. It's a shame you've got a pretty 16-bit plain spacecraft going. The idea is to obviously shoot the enemies, pick up these little power-ups, and then go through those loops to get yourself some shield increase. Yet again, we're back to the shield again. When the shield's gone, obviously it's game over. You find yourself playing the game, the graphics are pretty yeah, you know, they're not exactly fantastic. When you sit back now, like I'm doing now, watching the gameplay and looking at the background, you know, you can take it's a lot better because you can take it for a bit more for what it is. You know, when you concentrate on the game, it's just a couple of, you know, pretty basic sprites really. But looking at it as a whole, it's quite entertaining. But again, like the previous game, becomes very vanilla very quickly, very samey really. Not a bad game, but it's time to move on to the next one. Right, High Roller Battle, that's a helicopter sim. The premise of this is fantastic. You know, who doesn't want to fly a helicopter and go around shooting stuff? You know, it's been a staple of many generations. You know, nice intro. You know, you've come to expect that a nice full motion video intro is the standard thing on the Laseractive. You know, this doesn't disappoint. Unfortunately, the game does. The graphics are very muddy. It doesn't help that the fact that there's, like you said, there's no S-video or RGB output on this machine. The composite makes the poor rendering and graphics look even worse. It looks very muddy, blurry. You know, the colours merge together. It's doesn't come across as one of the greater games. You know, the hit detection is not much cop. So it very quickly becomes quite annoying, which is a real shame because I think they could have probably done a lot more with this. If they'd have used, you know, pre-rendered proper video, I think it probably would have been far better than what they've ended up just using pre-rendered graphics to simulate the ground and stuff like that. I think if they'd used proper terrain, I think it would have been a lot better. You know, almost like what they're doing in this introduction. You know, if they'd used this sort of thing, it could have brought a whole different spin to the game. Unfortunately, when you actually see the game, it soon becomes really
sliding back into the dark waters.
Boring,
the amphibious
really.
stealth landing craft
sure
Sea Shadow drops you on the island with an AH-1S battlecopter, weapons and ammunition.
Right, here we go. As you can see, you know, that's pretty poor, even for the standard of the day. It does look a bit naff. You know, that's your menu. Off we go. So there's your hood. You know, fairly. What can you say? You know, it's pretty sparse, quite slow. I expected a little bit more, really, considering. You know, look at that. You know, great. It soon became, you know, I think I'd have been pretty disappointed quite quickly with this. I think they could have probably done so much more. This is pretty bad. I think we might watch a little bit more and then we might quickly move on from this one. Rocket Coaster. This is pretty much an on-rails driving game. Pretty basic when I say driving game. You pretty much just have to keep yourself on quite a thin track. You know, doesn't seem to make any difference what car you pick. The tracks obviously are all slightly different, but regarding gameplay, it's it's just a full motion video game with a very small, tight track. You haven't got many controls at your disposal. It's not particularly very analog. You've got to try and stay on this quite thin track while you whiz round. The only thing you really have to master is certain bends, which ones you've got to slow down for. Other than that, it's just literally full speed. You just have to remember which track corners you just got to be a bit careful on. Other than that, it's just watch the scenery really. So yet again, it becomes very repetitive, a bit frustrating, I think, because if you don't watch what you're doing, you obviously come flying off the track, and you don't get put back on the track where you left. You literally have to start again from scratch. So the reward for getting anywhere is pretty negligible. Again, another very beautiful title, but in the gameplay department, pretty piss poor. In the gameplay department, it soon become quite boring. I've got a lot more of this to show, but unfortunately it was that boring I couldn't take it anymore.
The year 183 of the Omega Space Calendar. The people of Earth have formed the Solar System Union, SSU.
Space Berserker.
Using the most
Another
advanced warp
full motion video
techniques,
start.
they have realized the long-awaited dream of travel.
Another on-rail shooter. As you can see, you can see the pattern emerging with these games. Most of them all seem to follow the same sort of thing. We'll watch the intro and then a bit of gameplay.
Outside the solar system, the multi-purpose battle carrier Odin is used for training recruits in simulated warfare. In Omega 193, war breaks out, and the fate of the solar system and the entire Milky Way galaxy hangs in the balance.
Valkyra Training Squadron. Complete preparations for launch.
Valkyrie Sigma Squadron. Permissions for launch granted. Keep your heads up.
Roger. The goddess of the Odin has spoken. Now act like this is the real thing. Now don't drop your guard.
Emergency warning activated. All Valkyrie squadrons return to base on the double.
Valkyra leader to CNC. What's up?
SSU had a base on Pluto, attacked at 0819 hours Solar System Standard Time. Battle now underway. I'm sending data.
Who are they?
Not confirmed yet. Looks like they're targeting the Hades warp system.
Are they pirates? Command and control, Valkyra Sigma Squadron ready for takeoff.
Permission for takeoff granted. Good hunting.
All right, you trainees. Everybody got it together? Move out. phaser! Nice shot! Laser guns are no good! Nice shot!
Okay, Door Paradise. This is a Japanese tile-based game, very similar to you know, most card games like poker and stuff like that. You different suits and combinations to win, and obviously if you beat her, she takes the kit off. I find it an extremely frustrating and hard game, but apparently it's supposed to be really easy to learn and play. Just maybe I haven't got it yet. So we'll watch a bit of this and see how it plays.
あ、確か黒の20です。黒の8だったかしら。
Okay, I hope you enjoyed my experiences with the my Laseractive players and some of the games. Hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.